Welcome back, welcome back. Today, we're just gonna keep it light. Some men need to understand the difference in being a man and being a boy.
Run,
Adam and Eve had sex, so what's
run your mouth, and then when
Adam and Eve had sex, so what's the big deal?
run your mouth, and then when
Adam and Eve had sex, so
run your mouth.
Adam and Eve had sex, so what's the big deal?
Well, I didn't say that sex is the big deal. The big deal is whether or not you have what is considered virtue and honor.
Who cares about honor in 10 years' time?
That seems like the generation before me and this generation's problem. You know, we all are suffering from this. So before me and you know, we've all been tricked. And some of us realize what's worth it. Your respect or your money.
Well, I'm going to explain it to you if you want the answer.
Yes, Karen?
Other men are always going to see you as a cuck because they consider this to be low virtue. They're always going to consider you to be lesser than them, no matter how poor they are. The poorest man on this planet who has a virtuous wife who is loyal to him is always going to consider himself richer than any amount of money that you give yourself based on the fact that you let other men bone your chick. You have now told me multiple times the only thing which you value is money.
Yes.
God's not going to feed you. He's not going to clothe you. He's not going to take care of you. Though there's almost every other thing on planet Earth you could do to make money. You took the easy path to make money, and you shared the one thing that men never share, which is their woman, in order to do it. That's why all men everywhere will always consider you lesser than they are.
Adam and Eve had sex, so what's the big deal?
Well, I didn't say that sex is the big deal.
Run your mouth.
Now, see, a lot of women, you know, think that you're the only one that gets shamed for OnlyFans. No. The man that allows you to do it, you know what I mean? If that's your boyfriend and he's allowing you to get plowed down, that's not your boyfriend, that's a pimp. And if that's your lifestyle, hey, you know, run with it. I can't tell you it makes you happy or not. I'm not you. But what I can tell you is when you guys jump on that side, it's really hard to go back. You know? See, just like women that do that and your face is on, like, you know, the internet now, and when you go to get your husband, all it takes is for somebody not to like you. You know how girls are. So, as soon as they figure out who you are, they're going to ruin your life. And show your husband or your fiance, or better yet, your kids. So, I hope women really start understanding, what do you value more? Your money or your respect? Because, you know, I get it. You can deal with it. You don't care how people make fun of you. You have to live the streets and how hard it is. Trust me, I'm not here to shame you. I know how hard it is to fight against the devil. But I also know about children growing up in the shame of their parents. It's not fun. And a lot of them don't make it. Now, for hopefully I can find the video, because this next one's a doozy. Well, before I find that, we got a part 2 of Retard Dumb and Dumber.
Adam, yeah, but sex is just sex.
Money's just money.
Yeah, but money gets you places.
Money gets you places.
Where does money get you? Does it get you to a place where other men f your old lady?
Yeah, it takes me to buy a car, it takes me to buy the jewellery I've got on, it takes me to buy the clothes I've got on.
That's really expensive money to allow the person that you're in love with to get dishonored by other men.
We enjoy it.
You enjoy? Why?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're at a different level. So you enjoy the fact that she's getting humped by other men?
I don't enjoy it. We just do it. We get on with it. We have fun. Yeah, well, I enjoy it. Yeah, I do enjoy it because it's.
You do enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever watch it? Do you ever watch other dudes plow your chick, dude?
I don't watch the videos back, but in the action, I'm watching. Yeah, it's quite horny, to be honest.
It sounds like I'm free and you're the slave. You know what I never
Definitely
have to
not,
worry
brother.
about?
Huh?
I never have to worry about another dude, my old lady, at my behest because I'm not a slave to my lust. And I never have to worry about the fact that I can make an honorable buck because I'm not a slave to the money either. It sounds like you're the slave.
No.
It sounds like I'm the one who's free.
Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense.
No. Yeah, but sex is just sex.
Money.
See, I understand what he's saying too. I don't give a fuck about her like that because I don't give a fuck about me like that because we come from low income. We come from nothing, dog. We're never ever gonna work and see the kind of money we're seeing. We're never gonna work and go on vacation. We're never gonna do that. So you can skip me with all that fake ass bullshit of there's a good job for everybody. See, some people ain't beef for the bullshit. They just can't endure though. Being broke is not fun. You need to get together, with another woman or another man, and you make a group, and that's how you deal with being fucking broke. But people stop doing that shit. So now, this is what happens when two generations of kids raising kids, and no morals, and get the fast money, and da-da-da-da-da-da, right? So I'm not so mad at them. I'm just mad that, it is what it is. Because when you really look at this guy, he's not a award winning. He ain't getting nobody really. Like, you know what I mean? This girl he got is she's not the greatest looker in the face, but she's got a little body, I guess. And she's probably not bright. It's two fucking morons. She's got a little body. He's got enough manpower to shoot somebody down for her or something, keep her making that money. Some people are unfortunately stuck in this world with limited options, and because they grew like that, they don't give a fuck. You can talk whatever you want to them. They don't care. Why? Because they're tired of eating ramen noodles every night. They're tired of fucking people that have jobs look down on you when you're in the street looking dirty as hell. Well,
Can you define prostitution?
Yeah, the intent to sell your body in a sexual way for money.
No, it's getting shagged for money. That's what prostitution is.
Yeah, prove it. Why should I adhere to that standard definition other than you want me to? You're trying to explain that there's some type of delineation between selling your vagina to be penetrated versus selling your vagina to not be penetrated, though the effect is the same. You're still selling sex for money. Would you say, for instance, that being a stripper, would that be considered prostitution by your metric?
No.
No. Do strippers give lap dances?
Work?
Yeah.
Yes. But it's
And
not
as a result of the lap dances, do some men ejaculate?
Depends how good they are.
Yeah,
No.
the stripper's job is to give the guy a stiffy. How you can
Not all the
consider
time.
that to not be prostitution is actually the better question, because seemingly that is selling sexual favors for money. I don't know how it's not doing that.
Can you define?
now, when we get all that technical shit in there, what are majority of women running around doing right now then? Cash at me. You want to take me on a date, you gotta cash at me first. Yeah, I don't even realize it. Y'all become prostitutes. And you just don't even care. You gotta get that bag. For women that really believe other women that look pretty but talk, a little ghetto-ish, and you think they're faking it or whatever, I don't know what this fucking girl. Just stop picking on us hood people. Let us get our metamorphosis into being regular. Stop trying to bring out the ghetto in us, because when we catch you, you're lucky that we have achieved the light side. You people need to stop it. Or, because you know how I keep screaming, get in the fucking ring? Us good people are tired of yous. We're fucking tired.
Are you guys gonna box? Is that what's...
What happened? I thought you said you wanted to. You're the one
For
who's running
10K?
your mouth. I'll do it for free. You can stand up if you want to.
Damn right now. No, we...
I just think that even if someone wants to get into prostitution, it's like, it's not the end of the world. Like,
Are you guys gonna box? Is that what's...
What happened? I thought you said you wanted to. You're the one
For
who's running
10K?
your mouth. I'll do it for free. You can stand up if you want to.
Damn right now. No, we should... No,
not-
table.
Why did you say that? You should stop talking and running your mouth online.
I said for 10K, I will fight you. That's
Don't
so true.
Change the
talk like
split
that.
on
If you're not a person who gets down, just
No,
let it go. 4 times on a podcast you ran your mouth. I'm cool with everybody, but once you start saying stuff like that, I'm with it, then you're not. So cállate, like I told you last time. And then you're all quiet now. You had a big mouth last time. That's the thing I'm getting bothered by. You're acting so, oh, what happened? What happened?
Was that not like 2 years ago?
Dude, you just was on a podcast. Why are you acting like
I
that?
haven't seen you. I
You
think
need to
the last
stop.
time I saw you was
The
single.
gaslighting is crazy.
In
Stop,
2022.
bro.
I see you in 2020. Nigga, it's on site. What the fuck you talking about? This is what I mean. Oh, I could just run my mouth and then later on, when I see you 2 years later, it's fucking, it's bubbles and no, it's on site, dog. I'm gonna bring it up just like before. Like, yo, remember you was running your mouth? It was really good. For 10K too? Shit. People need to stop it, bro. Because like I said, it ain't about being tough. It's about stop playing with people that are like really about... That's like basically the Drake versus Kendrick shit. He thought he really wasn't about that, and then, you know, he found out that he's not like us.
If somebody says that they follow Christian ethics and Jesus Christ, probably should not do pornography, right?
Isn't that just being a slave to your religion?
As
What?
opposed to being a slave to your lust, or as opposed to being a slave for the material? I would say that it's actually the opposite of enslavement to reject materialism and dishonoring your own body for the purpose of material gain. Do you think that people who do that are honorable? Do you consider that to be an honorable profession?
I'm an atheist, but like to me, God is money. If you've got no money, you can't do nothing in this world.
Why
not?
can't you do anything in this world without money?
Because
That's-
there ain't going to be some magic man going to feed me. Do you know what I mean? I need to make money, and I need to make it now.
Yeah, but how much?
Don't matter how much, I need to make money, I need to pay bills.
So if you say that you need to have the means because the end is something noble, like having a family, having a house, provide for the people around you, then yes, there's nothing evil about that. But if you're just chasing money for the end itself, that would be evil. That would be an embrace of pure materialism and hedonism. That would be enslavement. You would be enslaving yourself to the material. If somebody's...
Do you get it? Does him breaking down the quote of the love of money is the root of all evil, not money. You loving money more than everything else makes you evil. Why? What the fuck is money, dumbass? It's not even real. It's not my... I'm real. You're real. How do you love something that's not real? Because you can't do anything without it. No, you're a lazy-ass bum that won't move your body around and then go get money with it. Duh. You can't do nothing without your fucking body and your mind and your time. All the things the Lord gave you for fucking free. You're just too fucking lazy to get up. Or you're mad you're not a genius. You're mad you're not a star athlete with the fucking biceps naturally. So fucking what? You're a worker. Go to work.
says that they follow Christian ethics and Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ wants you to do OnlyFans work? Just so that we're clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this.
Really? Really?
Jesus Christ wants you to do OnlyFans work? Just so that we're clear?
Yes.
Jesus Christ wants you to do OnlyFans work? Just so that we're clear?
Yes.
Really? Let's hear this.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, just out of curiosity. If a man offered you $100,000 to sell your soul on a piece of paper to him, would you do it?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that you might.
I think that ever since I moved to LA, I've sold my soul. Oh, girl.
What if an entailment of the contract, meaning inside of the contract he wrote, and by the way, I'm going to then barter your soul with the devil, would you still sign the contract? Yeah.
Okay, how much are we talking about?
$100,000.
More, like in the millions.
15 million?
More.
30 million?
More.
I I mean, I know that you're probably used to saying the word more when you're on camera, but I would still like it and would appreciate it if you would tell me what the actual number is. Are you talking to God right now?
I'll do it for the right price. That's all I could say to you.
Yeah, that makes sense. But the thing is I gotta ask, why would he give you a dime considering you already did that? Jesus Christ wants you to do only...
You do understand the ending, right? Why would Satan ask any of you to get down and become a superstar? You already sold out and do all the things he wants now. See, the people that get to sell out are people that are actually good. He wants to convert the good into evil, not the evil and then make the evil better, you fucking dummies. That's why most of you stay where you are, because you're idiots.
If I remember correctly, if God wanted you to do OnlyFans, then what would Satan want you to do?
To stop doing OnlyFans?
Jesus Christ wants you to do OnlyFans work? Just so that we're clear?
Yes.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, if God wanted you to do OnlyFans, then what would Satan want you to do?
To stop doing OnlyFans?
Jesus Christ wants you to do OnlyFans work? Just so that we're clear?
Yes.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, if God wanted you to do OnlyFans, then what would Satan want you to do?
To stop doing OnlyFans?
Yeah, why do you think he'd want you to stop?
Because I love making sexual content.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you think that God, his preference would be that you continue to make sexual content on your OnlyFans?
Yes. He wants me to do it.
Yeah?
I got a better plan for you. Because what you're really saying is, the Lord built me, and I like sex a lot. A little more than a normal woman. So, I wonder if God's plan would work for that type of person. You stay young, you learn things, you learn how to cook, you learn how to clean and exercise, so you know how to take care of yourself. And then that develops a system of responsibility in you. And then you work on yourself, you get a little smart, you're 20, 25, now you're in your prime and everything, and you've been holding out. Oh, you know, you might have slipped up, because we live in a fucked up world where nobody's staying a virgin that long, so we'll give it to you. You know, we're not going to play fucking Rolly Home in Catholic Church over here. And then, you know, you meet a well, good, decent man. Now, why not just marry that one guy and say, you're going to take care of me, I don't want to work. Every man you've ever met, you should have said, I don't want to work. I'm a old school woman. I need a real man that's going to work and look at this hot young Chinese body, and I've been saving my juices and my loves, and I learn things and I shut the fuck up, right? And I want you to take care of that. And then you would have found one of those guys, and they would have been like, whoa, you like the what? Yeah, I like to have a lot of sex, and I figured it out, but I don't want to be a whore. So I believe in this God thing, and he said I can get married, and I can do freaky things with my husband. The Bible says when you close that door with your husband, what y'all do behind that door is what y'all do. And since that man's going to have to take care of you, it's like you're his only fan. And then you wouldn't have had to do OnlyFans. You get it? And you could have did all that freaky shit off camera with your husband.
Do you have visions? Has God come to you in a dream and told you perhaps that OnlyFans
I talked to
is
him,
going
and
to...
he...
Because you know guys like to have wild, crazy sex, right? Oh yeah, I forgot. Women got taught to go do that to men they don't know, or, you know, strangers and shit. The chads and the fucking one-night stands. And then you get married and we get, you know, what's there. We just get what's there. Roll over. Here, just take it. It's a fucking joke how bad everybody's twisted up.
tells me, yes, keep doing what you do.
So does God want you to stick a in your mouth? Is that what God wants you to do? When you talk to God, does he say, gobble up that? Is that what he says?
If it's like a guy that I like...
Does God want you to engage in gangbangs, as he told you? When you were dreaming, for instance, and you had a...
I wish I could go on this guy's show.
...conversation with God, did he say, thou musteth goeth and get gangbangeth? Did that conversation happen, you think? If I remember correctly, if God wanted you to do...
If you're sleeping with other men, that's 100% unacceptable. That's the bare minimum standard men should have. Now, men, if you want to extend that a little further to if she's dating other men, it's a wrap with her. That's my standard. You might not want to take that as far as I do, but that's my standard. If you're dating other men, it's a wrap with you.
Exactly. I don't...
If I...
See, a lot of men are, you know, waking up. And some men have always been this way. We're not dealing with the you see 20 different dudes and you're talking to me. No, you're going to choose somebody. You're going to work on it or you're not. You know who you want to deal with and you know why you want to deal with them. Keep wasting your time.
Remember correctly,
If you're sleeping with other men, that's 100% unacceptable. That's the bare minimum standard men should have. Now, men, if you want to extend that a little further to if she's dating other men, it's a wrap with her. That's my standard. You might not want to take that as far as I do, but that's my standard. If you're dating other men, it's a wrap with you. Goodbye. Back to the streets you go. If you're sleeping with other men, that's...
Simple
In
as
what
that.
ways do women not have equality?
Well, we have progressed a lot as a society that I feel, but there is still, I believe, like the gender pay gap is...
Oh,
If you're
God.
sleeping, in what ways do women not have equality?
Well, we have progressed a lot as a society that I feel, but there is still, I believe, like the gender pay gap is still kind of a thing.
Maybe,
Oh.
Andrew, do you want to weigh in very quickly on the wage gap thing? Quickly,
yeah,
if
it
you
doesn't
can.
exist.
Doesn't exist?
That's it.
Yeah.
Case closed.
It literally doesn't exist. So the argument for the gender wage gap was that in the same job, women were paid less than men for the same job. But the thing is that it didn't really add other factors which were necessary, like how much time women take off due to maternity leave, these other various things. They're actually much higher risk to take on for a company to take on than men are usually in basically any job. In fact, women are higher risk. So that's why that existed in the limited way that it did. But through legislation, even that is basically gone. Even feminists don't really use that as an argument anymore, the gender pay gap.
You know why? Because it's stupid and men figured out I'm letting them argue with me with facts that are real, but they're not real. And I need to go back to the drawing board and look at what the fuck they're saying, and then I'm going to see the truth. And I'm going to bring back those statistics to them. And then they're going to sit there and look really fucking stupid when we say, men are doing all the highest paying jobs. All the highest paying jobs are jobs that will kill you physically because you need to be strong as fuck to do it. And it's dangerous, like oil rigging and fucking railroad building and fucking all of that shit. You just don't want to do that. And then, you know, Elon Musk shit. You know, building computers and rockets and fucking different dimensional portals, and you just don't want to do that. So, when you do those things, then you'll get paid equally. That's why there's a gap. Because men and women are built different. So, you have a limitation on you. You're not going to go to the oil rig and risk your life every day. But you can get in that science lab. I don't really believe the Lord put a fucking gap on how smart you can be and I can be. But in a way, you know, when you start looking at science kind of favors men on that department, but in only certain areas it's just a lot of areas. But the level of smarts that I'm realizing women have and their brains are different, so it yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. Moon, sun, you know? And I realize we're living in a world where one side's dominating. And that's got to stop. It's a yin and yang. It's not a yin and a yin on top and a yang on top. No, it needs to be this balance.
There's this criticism of women who do OnlyFans, sex work. You're selling your body. They'll say that, for example, men who work construction through the work that they do tend to damage their body too. Is that really any better?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're saying it's the heart of the argument. If the argument is just, but this hurts you, then the counter argument is, yeah, but this hurts you too. But really, this is only if you grant this as being the problem.
Sure.
And I don't.
Okay.
I don't grant that self-harm is the issue of prostitution. It's just one of many problems, but rather
Sure.
what is noble about it? What is good about it? What does it perpetuate inside of society versus what it doesn't? Whereas if all of your sons were construction workers and they all made minimum wage, you'd be happy to sit at the table with them and break bread for a reason.
There's this criticism of
My thing is, a lot of women of this age have joined the ancient cult of prostitution, and you just don't even realize it. You used to call it hot girl summer and blah blah blah. My father calls it fucking being a whore. Those words are in the Bible. I didn't make that word up. He calls it whoredom. And men, he call you whoremongers. Because that's what you love. That's all you're going after. There's plenty of good women out here to be scooped up. But they don't look hot enough. She's regular. She doesn't want to go out to the club. She wants to go eat dinner and fucking come home and chill. And watch something, but it ain't movies and shit. She wants to sit at the boardwalk and look at New York and talk about things. She wants to go over childhood traumas. And you niggas don't want to hear that shit. She's not manly enough. She got her girlfriends. Yeah, well, when a girlfriend's got that swindler ass nigga and he says, yeah, let's go chill on the boardwalk and let's talk about your problems.
Can I ask you what you want to do for, like...
I'm hoping to go into law, like real estate law.
Not planning on working for Caltrans and putting on a hard hat and digging a trench?
No, I don't think anyone really wants to do that.
Oh.
It's
I
just
know, tons of men want
Yeah,
to.
some men like it.
well, yeah, but
I mean, men love construction. So building, for a lot of men, is their passion.
Yeah.
They love it. They go to work with great joy every day working on a construction yard. They like to see the beginning, the middle, and the end of a project and know that they built it. It's not just a sense of pride, but it's how their brains work.
Yeah. Like, and then you walk by, and then everybody looks at you as a fucking nobody, and then you're like, you're just standing there looking like they don't even understand they're fucking living in that building because of me. My hard work, sweat. I remember when I almost fell out the third floor window right there. Remember, Jimmy? He was a little drunk. I told you not to come in crazy that day, you dumb motherfucker. And, you know? See, I actually was doing construction for a couple of years in my life, so I know what that's like. And I actually was a part of being a bricklayer type of guy, you know, until I got fucking lazy and doing dumb shit. But it was a fun experience watching the building get put up and coming back years later and actually seeing that building still there and be like, yo, oh shit, yo, remember when you worked there? That was a job before. Now it's a fucking, oh, that's what that is? Oh wow, I helped build a fucking duh. And then you feel like you're a part of society now. You contributed. But oh yeah, men like that don't mean nothing.
Can I ask you what you want to do for, like...
Can I say something respectfully? I come from a very toxic household too. I've been working since I was 16 years old. I've never sold my body. I did everything I could to get to where I'm at. I'm a licensed therapist now, and I content create. Do you know how hard it took me to get to where I'm at, and I've never sold my body? So when you're saying that, it's kind of like of an excuse. I'm not trying to attack you whatsoever, because like I said, it's your life, whatever, but you're using the excuse of having a toxic family. I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a lot of things growing up. So you could work at a warehouse. You can do a lot of things. I make 6 figures now because of social media, but I had to get up there. I used to bartend just like her, and I didn't want to do that. I used to wash dishes. I used to work in a freaking warehouse loading trailers. You think a girl wants to do that? No. So when you guys are saying this stuff and then talking about God, it makes no sense. If you cared a lot about...
Now, as my young black and Mexican Latina schools this white girl, privileged, that had a fun life and had to end up sucking dick for a living somehow, because her life is so hard. On the other hand, yin and yang, you know, her life wasn't so easy. And she had to climb out of the fucking mud. And she's doing her thing now. She didn't have to do all that extra shit. And she could have. She's beautiful. Can you say it's all about your willpower? It's all about your morality? Because it sure ain't about where you start in life, is it?
Oh God, you'd follow the way he wants you to be, not however you think you should be. And like the excuses to me, I'm not trying to be rude, but it just sounds crazy.
Well, you know, like I know it sounds crazy, like I do and I sin, but I still pray to God every day.
So if I steal every single day and tell God, please, thank you, like how does that work? If I go hurting people in this world and then say, oh God forgives me, you're not learning your lesson. Okay, can I say something?
Things are changing. I hope you women decide to join the squad.